Southern California, and especially the last time when Kobe dominated them. Didn't even play the fourth as Dampier stole the tip. Lakers should have the basketball, and they will. So the Lakers will have it also to begin the fourth, and that's how we get underway tonight. The veteran Eric Dampier, intimidation from Andrew Bynum at the outset.
Yes, tells you how bad my eyes must be. I thought Andrew was the guy that actually hit the ball. Eric Dampier jumped first, but he didn't get. That's a swing and a miss.
Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Devin Harris.
See, they put the speedy Devin Harris on Kobe. If I were Kobe, take him right to the box.
Take him downstairs, and let's see if that's the case.
Kobe's so good, though. He can do just about anything.
Backdoor smush beat Terry. Beautiful pass by Luke Walton. Not a bad beginning.
Well, sharing it. First basket and assist on the first one. That's good.
Kobe is going to have the speedster Harris at the opposite end of the floor. You know Nowitzki is going to get his. You've talked about Josh Howard. There's the critical matchup for the Lakers.
And that's what they do. They isolate for Josh and let him go to work. He's really been setting the table for other people.
Dampier taken away. Andrew Bynum. As Dampier couldn't get the second chance to fall. Now Kobe elevating over the smaller man, and it's short as Terry's got the rebound. So the former Arizona Wildcat, Jason Terry, just signed a new long-term deal for in the offseason with the Dallas Mavericks.
And he's the other guy you have to be very concerned about because Jason Terry can get on an absolute roll.
Nowitzki inside, and he blows a layup as Dampier cleans it up. So Eric Dampier with their first basket of the game, and not a good sign, though, giving up second-chance opportunities on both trips.
And that'll happen with dribble penetration because your last line of defense has to look to help, and that frees up their bigs to have inside position.
Brian Cook off the rub, blocked away and knocked out of bounds, blocked away by Nowitzki, who did recover. So the Lakers will still have it. 8 left on the shot clock of the offensive end. Friday night, last game for the Mavericks, just like the Lakers, and they beat the Spurs in San Antonio for the second time this season. Beat them 90-85. Now, Andrew's got to make a move, and he will with the baby hook. He'll get the roll, too. The crowd alerted Andrew, and so did the bench.
Well, good job by Andrew, again, of making a real strong move, and the little subtle head fake frees up Eric Dampier.
So Andrew Bynum with the bucket, Lakers with the lead, Josh Howard, an afterthought. Dampier again, and it's going to be a loose ball foul. Will they call it on Kobe or Bynum? It'll be Bynum.
Well, Eric Dampier's doing the right thing. He knows that as the defensive center, Andrew Bynum is looking to give help. So as soon as Andrew goes to give help, he's really going, Eric Dampier is going to the front of the rim.
Right now, the Mavericks 1 of 5. They've had some chances at the offensive end. Nowitzki too strong. It's batted out, and they're going to have another second chance opportunity. Every trip, it seems that way so far. So the Lakers doing a good job, at least defensively. Now they've got to make it one and done when they do get the stop. Devin Harris and Andrew Bynum changed the shot completely. Kobe with numbers. He's got the wing. And he wanted to drop it off. Break for the Lakers. Beautiful pass for Cook. The bounce to Luke Walton.
Well, a turnover that turned into an assist for Brian Cook. The Lakers very fortunate to come out of that one.
That was an alert play by Brian, though. He didn't even gather it. He just touched it. Devin Harris, you want him actually to shoot. He's more of a facilitator, so that's Kobe giving him the space. Nowitzki. And Nowitzki again. Not close as Bynum clears it out. That time one and done. Smush trying to find some space. It'll be Luke. Got Nowitzki out of position. On his way. A little bit strong, but boy, nice dribble penetration. Lakers still by 4, and here comes Josh Howard. Floater, Josh Howard. And he has just played at a different level completely this year for the Dallas Mavericks. 4th year out of Wake Forest, their first round pick in 2003. Luke, they free him up, and he makes him pay. They dropped off Luke Walton.
Well, at that time, I think Josh Howard thought that they were going to run their offense by throwing it into Andrew Bynum, so he kind of sagged off, and Luke said, don't you read the stats?
Jason Terry, kid stays out. Mavericks are 2 for 10, Stu. Lakers have to have a bigger lead soon. They're up by 4. Take that in the early going. Nice pick by Brian Cook, sharing it with Luke Walton. What about the extra pass? Should it pay off? Almost. Nowitzki with a rebound.
Well, that's the way you move the basketball, though. There's a prime example of how defensively you can't outrun the pass.
Josh Howard, too strong, and Andrew Bynum had it batted away, but it goes right to Smush. Can he collect it? With Luke Walton, Brian Cook as well. Kobe against the smaller man all the way to the hole. Lakers lead by a half dozen. 4 minutes gone by, 10-4.
Well, so far the Lakers haven't been able to get the long rebounds, but they've been able to do something once they've secured possession. They've given the Mavericks numerous opportunities on second and third attempts, but when you're 2 out of 11, those second and third.
It was an easy win. Mavericks have not had, as Michael Lee's mentioned, a lot of success in Southern California. It's gotten better recently. But some cities, Stu, you know, as a former player, it's just like a nightmare. And there's a walk on Devin Harris before you put it down. Did you have a city you didn't like going to?
No. I just like playing. But obviously there are cities that you enjoy going to more than others. Maybe the Dallas Mavericks enjoy coming to Los Angeles a little too much. Maybe they need to focus on what they have at hand.
They'll run through Andrew Bynum as Luke wanted to go back to Andrew, doubling him. Now Kobe, and it's going to be a charge.
And that's
Devin
why,
Harris accepted it.
That's why they have Devin Harris on Kobe. They feel his foot speed defensively. He can jump in front, anticipate things, and get himself in a position. I think Dirk is the one that really helped on that play. Kobe had to do over again. He'd do his famous spin move into the middle.
So a little more than 7 to play. Lakers up by 6, and that is their first turnover of the game. The Lakers showing a little zone here, and that's why it's a wide-open shot on the baseline. Not in love with zones.
But that really wasn't the zone, really, Joel. What happened is Kobe just stayed on one side to help out with Dirk, and they moved it over to Kobe's man. And they're going to test him to see if he's making that outside shot.
Andrew Bynum, a power move on Eric Dampier.
Now, that's just called using your length. I mean, Eric Dampier, 7'2", but that was just a great play by Andrew.
Brian Cook with a foul, trying to help out defensively on Devin Harris.
Last basket by the Lakers, as our Carl's Jr. Exmo shows, you just put it up high, keep it high. Nice job. Dampier's there, but just not high enough. Good concentration by Andrew.
Now on the pick. Will it go back to the roll man? It is. And Dampier, they're going to say, is fouled on his way up.
Well, the whistle sounded late, and that's what upsets the fans and the players, obviously. It was just a late-sounding whistle. Pick and roll, drops it off to the roll man, and Andrew Bynum hits him on the arm. So 2 shots coming to Eric Dampier. And it's always better to send Eric to the line as opposed to giving him a dunk.
Tough break. It is foul, there's no doubt. He got him, clipped him on the hip, and sent him off course. But it's the second on Andrew Bynum as well as he's playing early. So it pays off. He doesn't get the easy dunk. But now Andrew, coming off his first back-to-back double-doubles, has to sit down. That's the tough part.
Yeah, that's the bad part about the foul-out situation. Maybe in the years to come, they'll have some kind of a rule change where people that pay all this money to come see games and see the stars play, they can see the stars play.
Ronnie Turioff off the bench and a rebound on the miss. And Ronnie coming off a sensational effort on Friday night. Did he ever turn this crowd on? The blocks, the rebounds, as Kobe's got a little space. Now solo against Harris. Too strong. And it's cleared out by Dampier.
Believe it or not, Kobe has Devin Harris set up for the little up fake because Devin is jumping at just about everything to start the game.
Nowitzki, that step back that he does so well. And he killed the Spurs in the fourth quarter with it. As Nowitzki gets his first basket on his 4th try.
That's why you have to crowd Dirk. Even though he can put it on the floor, you still have to crowd him.
Kobe's got to worry Dampier coming in, but Turioff is there as they clear it back out with space and time. And it's on its way down. Goaltending on Eric Dampier. I like the penetration on Smush.
So nice job of turning the corner by Smush, and obviously a good job by Eric Dampier. Good attempt at the block. It's just the officials rule it's on its way down.
So the Lakers back up by 6, 14-8, and we are halfway through the first 12 minutes of play. Harris on the pick and roll again, high off the window.
That's what he wants to do. That's why Kobe was trying to offer him the outside shot. See if he's going to be off the mark to start the game. You can always close the distance.
So Devin Harris coming into the game, averaging 11 per contest with 4 assists, already with 4. And a foul away from the ball.
Well, Brian Cook tried to go back door, had it set up, but the one thing he did that you're not allowed to do, used his hands to push off on Dirk. He already had Dirk going east when he was going west. All he had to do was continue moving his feet, but he uses his arms, throws Dirk out of the way. The official right there says, no, I'm not going to let you do that.
So 2 fouls on Brian Cook, just like 2 on Andrew Bynum. So 2 of the 3 on the baseline, on the bench now for the Lakers as Vladimir Ivanovic comes into the game early. And Vlad, of course, with that unbelievable shot in the corner.
Just whipping it around the defense and gets another assist.
Luke coming over the shoulder of Howard, who protected the pass well. And that is Luke's first.
The Lakers got to be careful about not getting into early foul trouble individually. It's Kobe's last basket. Eric Dampier closes, and Roney says, thank you. That's a big man's dream there, to have a free one. Roney gets a free one and throws it down, and he loves to celebrate.
Well, the Lakers are out of fouls. You just brought up the individual foul problems, and you're right. But the Lakers are out of fouls for the quarter. Stackhouse has just checked into the game. The veteran who can get hot in a hurry. A streaky shooter at this point of his career. A lot of dribbling by John. And it's coming off over to Smush. So the Lakers 6 assists in the first 9 makes. Carryover from Friday night, sharing the basketball. And that's got to be a blocking foul, and it will be. As Devin Harris tried to sell the charge again, but came under Kobe.
And that's what he's going to do consistently. That's why they have him guarding Kobe Bryant. But this time it's ruled a block. Sends the ball to the sideline as the Lakers take a timeout with under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter in 1 year.
Sagana Diop is checked in, joining Nowitzki on the floor. Radmanovich getting a quick step on Nowitzki.
Well, as good as Dirk has been offensively, that's always been an area where you look to attack. Make him move his feet, play some D.
Yeah, and maybe take something out of his gas tank at the defensive end of the floor if you can, because he is so good at the offensive end. Now a huge mismatch size-wise. Good double and a hard double. Get it out of his hands. It pays off. Kobe on the pick. Kobe up against Howard. Right by him. And the floater stays home. Lakers lead by 11.
Well, Dirk does a pretty good job of dribbling away from the double team, but his teammates didn't come to him. They stayed. The gap was too wide, and Kobe just stepped in.
Smush staying on top of Terry. So a little more than 3 minutes to play. Jerry Stackhouse. And like everybody else, as Kobe tapped it, he'll get it right back as he tried to tap to a teammate. Stackhouse comes off the bench cold. Kobe wanted to pass. Instead, the follow away. And a little bit long as Nowitzki gets the board.
But that's his shot.
He loves that follow away. That side, that baseline. And a couple of free throws coming up for Josh Howard. The reach on Smush. Couple right there, but it looked like Smush got him.
On that last basket the Lakers got on the steal, Dirk gets double teamed, dribbles away, but his teammates, especially that time Josh Howard, doesn't come to him, and Kobe just steps in, gets the interception, and takes it the distance. When you get a double team, you've got to shorten your gaps so that you can give your teammate a better passing lane.
Well, you just talked about the streak as Dampier sits down with Diop in the game. And the streak started at the expense of the Lakers, but the Lakers scored 101. They lost 110 to 101 against the Dallas Mavericks back on December 13th. The last 12 in this winning streak, Stu, they have not given up 100 points to an opponent. Nowitzki goes to the line to shoot 2. So it was batted around. Diop kept it alive, and they get a second chance opportunity at the free throw line.
A Diop with a little bit of a height advantage, but when you're on the free throw lane like that, you got to make sure your first step is to the guy that's right beside you. Block him off. Don't just step toward the rim, because if it's a long rebound, you have no chance.
Nowitzki's numbers down slightly at the offensive end. 27 a game, as you saw, to close to 24 a game. But because there are other sources, there's not as much needed from Dirk, and Josh Howard's the big reason why.
Josh Howard's the reason for that. I mean, Dirk's down a couple of points, but Josh is up a few himself. So it's made them be a tougher team to plan for, and as a result, they've got the best record in the NBA.
Turned out to be a three-point trip for the Mavericks, all at the free throw line. 8-point game as Luke gave up the dribble, smushed, and lost the handle. It's going to hit the shot clock. Is it out of bounds? Yes. Last touch by the Mavericks, and the Lakers will keep it with 10 on the shot clock.
I like Smush's mentality tonight about getting into the gaps. I mean, that's another attempt there where they reached in and knocked it out of his hand. But he was looking to go to the paint.
And it looks like the guy we saw at the start of last year, where he tried to get offense early in the contest. Beautiful crossover. Kobe sets up Luke. Quick release. A little bit short. Man, it's going to be a loose ball foul. Yes, Roney was cleared out early by Job. First on Sagana, Job. And the third team foul of the Mavericks. And they give it to Buckner instead. Job was there. Buckner. They'll give it to Greg Buckner, who just checked in. Eighth-year man out of Clemson.
Well, Lakers have to pay for this next opportunity here.
Radmanovic, good move. Lakers with options. Kobe right back to Roney. Extra pass. Boy, are they sharing the basketball well.
Well, patience was the key there. Both Radmanovic and Kobe showed good patience, and they get a basket out of it.
That's 8 assists and 12 makes. We talked about 39 in the last game on 47 baskets. So the Lakers back up by 10. Stackhouse, size advantage, and draws the contact. It's going to be a shove on Smush. So Smush has 2. Lakers long over the limit, and that was a shooting foul anyway. Danny Crawford working tonight, along with Alandis Poole, Courtney Kirkland. Crawford, the most experienced, explaining the situation to Smush. To Stackhouse. Down to that catches for his free throw. Doesn't pay off. Well, a new era of poker has arrived. ManchinPoker.net presents the Poker Dome Challenge. Every week, tension mounts until the final table comes together. Champion emerges. ManchinPoker.net Poker Dome Challenge. It continues tonight, 11 o'clock, right after Lakers basketball. A little bit after Lakers basketball. At 11 o'clock tonight, only on FSN West. Stackhouse splits a pair, and the Lakers are still up by 9 as Smush sits down with 2 fouls. And rookie Jordan Farmar out of UCLA is into the game.
Well, the Lakers now with 3 of their starters with 2 fouls, so they really have to be careful about their situation in the foul department.
They'll run off Roney.
Maybe.
Shot clock coming down on the Lakers, and a turnover. Over the top they go to Jason Terry. And Rodmanovic timed it perfectly. Gets the block. He was waiting for that, baby. Jordan on the push. Beautiful pass right back to Radmanovic. Lakers can't capitalize. It'll go the other way. Thought it was going to be a loose ball foul. Can they get it inside? They will. And Stackhouse collects it on a beautiful pass.
Lakers had their opportunity, but sometimes you can get into the mode of too much passing.
Right.
You know, you got to really look to attack when you have the opportunity with the shot. So, but you'd rather have them overpassing than not passing enough.
Kobe for 3. Man, it'll be picked up by Terry. Got to get back in the transition. Farmar trying to track Terry. Stackhouse beyond the arc. And just like that, even though they're not even shooting 37%, they're a little bit below it. It is only a 4-point lead for the Lakers. That's the discouraging aspect for Phil Jackson of the Lakers. Kobe trying to get into the paint. Farmar, good look at the basket, and makes the most of it. Over Jop before he can close. So a 2-for-1 for the Lakers. Is it going to be that now for the Mavericks?
And Jop was closing too. Good job by Jordan to putting a little extra arch on that one, or else he eats it.
Man, because of the foul troubles too, the Lakers already have 8 from the reserves. That was a good stop defensively as the Lakers, Luke Walton stayed right in front of Stackhouse, forced him into an awkward lean. So the Lakers shot clock, game clock very close. About a second.
They'll wait till about the 10-second mark, then go into their weave.
Luke Walton setting up. Roney with the contact. He thought he had contact. It's a block for Dampier. And will they get it off in time? And it won't count.
Courtside.
Yeah, straight from the Riverwalk in San Antonio. One of his favorite spots on the planet. He's been so good for the city of Dallas. Boy, when he bought this franchise, you could have a section to yourself in old Reunion Arena downtown. And now it's the hottest ticket in town. Jason Terry out there as they've got Devin Joy on the floor, the former Laker. And at the shot clock going down, it'll be picked up by Buckner. Over and back, and 2 to the rook. Stackhouse burns him in the corner on another second chance opportunity. So that's 9 off the bench for Jerry Stackhouse.
Well, they use him just in that role, coming in as a 6th man, and he's been a good 6th man throughout his career.
Lakers start with Sasha on the floor for the first time, and right away he fills it up. 5-point lead.
Sasha's become a real good player on the offensive end with his mindset. He doesn't really hesitate anymore shooting the basketball.
No, I'm going to get mine. I may not be out long, but I'm going to put some up. It's a volume kind of thing. Now, shot clock inside of 10 on Jason Terry, taking the pick. And so he had a clean look. There was no roll to the basket. Brody backed off, though. 3-point lead for the Lakers at 29-26. Dallas Mavericks, a team not only with the best record in the NBA, but how about 11-4 on the road. Mo Evans up against Job, and it's taken away. Devin George, the quick hands. Can he handle it? He finally gets a grip of it. Lakers got back in the transition after it was momentarily mishandled. And Stackhouse finding Devin. The long deuce. So just inside the arc, a 1-point game, as Devin was a big factor with 7 points off the bench in their win on Friday night at San Antonio by 5.
And you see how quickly Phil Jackson takes timeouts with this second unit when the second unit is on the basketball court as he 10:05 to go, so a minute and 50.
Lakers only up by a point. Sasha trying to find something into the paint on the spin. Beautiful move. Good footwork. Sasha, 4 quick ones off the bench.
Well, you see Sasha's teammates, they all really appreciated that move. He's showing what he has in his arsenal, and he can do it on a consistent basis.
Closing. Devin George got it up in time, though, and all of a sudden, it is all even at 31 after the Lakers led by as many as 11 early. Well, Dallas is it's totally different now for the Mavericks. They're one of the top defensive teams in the NBA. Middle of the pack offensively on the deflection. Radmanovic's length got it. Man, pass off the mark. Turnover. So now Dallas looks for their first lead of the contest. And I bring that up because it was always when Don Nelson was there, Dallas was one of the top 2 or 3 scoring teams in the NBA. But with the culture changing because of Avery Johnson, you can see where they've come. Defensively, the 3rd best in the NBA in fewest points allowed, and 6th best in field goal percentage defense.
Well, Avery Johnson has always known that if you want to win a championship, you better pick up your defense.
Sasha all over Butler. It's a force. Good close that time. Roney was right in his grill. Air ball picked up by Farmar. So the stop, the Lakers got it. Now, what about the offensive end? 20 top of the shot clock and a foul as Buckner on his way by. He gets the foul. He also got the worst of it, I believe. It's the second on Buckner, first team foul. Yeah.
Oh, interesting matchup now as Josh Howard checks back into the game, and he and Maurice Evans guarding one another.
Farmar off the Radmanovich tick. Leaves it off for Torreon. Finger rolls it home. Farmar with the assist to the Lakers back up by a couple. To the second unit.
5-6.
Yes, getting it done. Now, can they hang until the first unit gets back on the floor? There's so many positive signs, though, from the second unit. And especially when you put Kobe out there with a couple of them as well. And we've seen that kind of combination. Andrew, a good deflection. Turioff got in the way of the pass.
Well, it's a good thing because that was a nice curl by Jason Terry. And the pass to Jock would have been an easy hoop, but good hands by Roney.
Nowitzki's in. Where's the matchup now for the Lakers? Radmanovich is on the floor, so it's his man.
And he's going to have to accept that challenge, too, because that is a big-time challenge.
Shot clock is short as they bring it in. Josh Howard with Jason Terry. And it'll be picked up by Sasha. Got it away from Devin George. So the Laker reserves, and there have been scoring off the bench for the Lakers. In fact, they've only got 14 from the bench. A bench that averages a little more than 30 a game. Turioff, and on the deflection, Sasha after Terry's going to be in with a punch, though. And had to reverse it because Radmanovich did not quit in the play.
Well, the pass that Roney tried, the angle was completely flat. You cannot throw flat passes, as that last one will attest.
So points off a turnover. That's all even at 33. Got to be ready for the pass. Almost got away. Sasha, quick release. Same result. Lakers by 3, and Sasha can't miss tonight, can he? He's got 7. He's 3 of 3.
Well, a little head fake, and he still was able to pull the trigger on the 3. Confidence is riding rather high for Sasha right now.
We're almost 5 minutes into the second quarter. Nowitzki up against Radmanovich. And all the way to the right, right around him. So Dirk Nowitzki going to his left, and once he cleared, nobody came over. Radmanovich tried to break down Nowitzki, and blocked by Job, saved. Plenty of time on the shot clock for Mo Evans. Don't have to rush. Step back, and tipped around. Radmanovich tried, but he was 2 times underneath with Job and Nowitzki. Nowitzki. And it's going to be a foul. Well, didn't make any difference that Rhodey hit the deck. They're going to call the foul. Now, wasn't he passing on that play?
He was definitely passing. They're putting it on the side.
Okay.
As the contact happened. That brings Andrew back. Brian Cook is coming back. So both teams starting to get their starting lineups back on the floor right now. Dallas has 3 of their starters on the court. So the Lakers counter, bringing back 2 of their own.
What is it?
So Andrew Bynum now, he's got to worry about we talked about it, staying out of foul trouble, staying on the floor. He's got 2 fouls.
And, the best way for him to do that is for the people on the perimeter to stop dribble penetration like this.
Mo Evans changed the shot by Devin Harris.
But that's how your bigs generally get into foul trouble. They have to help on dribble penetration.
Just like that. And at least Mo Evans, dangerous pass. As Evans got a piece of it. Kept it. Now Farmar, and they're going to say he stepped on the baseline. Another turnover. That is the 6th for the Lakers compared to only 2 for Dallas. Dallas clean team. When I say that, only 5th fewest in the league, while the Lakers are 27th when it comes to giveaways.
Not a lot of real estate to work with when you go baseline under the basket there. You got to make sure you know how much you have and what to do with it.
Brian Cook started the game on Nowitzki. Nowitzki again on the up fake, got space and goes to the line as the Mavericks have their first lead of the game, and he'll look for a 3-point play.
He loves to go left, and as a defender, you have to read the situations. You have to know which way he prefers to go. Left again, protects the ball, throws it up with his left, gets the contact, and 1. So he'll be going to the line, see if he can complete the 3-point play as the Lakers bring back their starting lineup.
And fortunately for the Lakers, because Bynum got him with a bump down low, but there was already a reach from behind by Mo Evans. So they gave the foul to Evans. As Mo goes over to the bench. That's his first foul of the game. Otherwise, it would have been the 3rd on Andrew Bynum. So there's no doubt he's back to the All-Star game. As he gets the 3-point play, and Dallas now up by a couple. Nowitzki's got 9. Smush out there along with Luke Walton, Kobe, Bynum, and Brian Cook. The starting 5 intact. Kobe with Josh Howard trying to strip it away. And tough break. Gotta go. Luke got Nowitzki out of position. Now the long deuce. And across it goes. Thought he'd create contact once he got Nowitzki. Instead, Devin Harris. And he was thinking pass first. Good job of the Lakers to take away the passing lane from Dirk Nowitzki. A little more than 5 to play. And a very entertaining first 24 minutes. Devin George against his old teammates. Size advantage. And a 4-point lead. So a dry spell for the Lakers. 7 off the bench for Devin George. He wanted the foul, I think. He wanted the foul.
Devin's trying to make a point to the official, I think, about getting hit on the arm.
Kobe got into the paint. So the mid-range for Kobe. As Kobe has a half dozen to go along with 3 assists on 3 of 7 for the field.
Lakers have to reestablish control of this game again. They're down by a bucket here. As the Mavericks have, withstood everything the Lakers have thrown at them thus far.
Nowitzki part of the hole, and Bynum's got his 3rd. And he came over because of the breakdown out top. 13 consecutive and winning on Friday night at San Antonio. The team back in 2002 did it for the Mavericks from October 30th at the beginning of the season. You remember that phenomenal start to November 27th, but it didn't make any difference because they were out of the playoffs early. They were all offense and no defense. You remember that squad?
Yeah, Dirk at the free throw line knocks down the first of 2, and they've been able to get to the line. That's their 10th attempt. This will be attempt number 11. The Lakers are looking to find where that spot is. They haven't found it quite yet.
So the Lakers down by 4. Mavericks 8 of 12 shooting as well here in the second 12-minute period. Let's see what the Lakers have out of the time. Kobe short, and it'll be out of bounds. No chance for Roney that time. The Dallas Mavericks, and a lot of people consider the most competitive division in the NBA, the Southwest Division. Houston lost today. They're now 21-13. Otherwise, at 21-12, the top 3 in the Southwest Division. Well, better than any record in the Eastern Conference. Right, Josh Howard trying to make a quick move, and too quick against Kobe.
Nice move. It's just that you got to anchor that pivot foot, and players these days are finding out that the officials do realize that there is a pivot foot, and they're calling it.
And the Lakers come up with points off a turnover now. And the length of Josh Howard. Kobe said he went through me to get it, and he's got a technical foul looking back at Orlando's pool. The Lakers, as you mentioned, have not taken a free throw yet. And Kobe, he's tried to get into the paint a few times. That time he wanted to post up.
Well, now he has to be very careful about his conversations with the officials as the turnover. Josh Howard reaching in, knocking it free. Kobe felt that he got fouled on the play, and the official felt that there was too much verbiage coming back, so sent Dirk to shoot the tee, and there's another 7-footer shooting tees. But when you're 90% or so, I guess you can do that.
Yeah, you can't argue. He was 90% last year.
You can if you're a guard. You get yourself up to 90% and then beat him to the line.
He shoots like a guard, though. That's so
true.
4:05 left in the half. And Dallas continues with their run. They're up by 5, 43-38. Josh Howard, though, is the difference maker in their 27-7 start. He's got the basketball right now. And all the way in the hole, blows the layup. Kept it alive, going through Luke. The Lakers keep it, though. On the dive, Roney, tough catch. Now, Strong gets the roll. Boy, that wasn't easy in that kind of traffic, was it?
I thought he was going to try to pitch it out to the corner man, Luke Walton, but he decided to just power it up himself.
That's 8 off the bench now for Roney Turion. That's after 9 and 8, close to a double-double. Devin spotting up. And across it goes. Jack had the position on the long rebound. Somebody's got to close on that guy. Please. Well, another offensive pull. Roney got the block. Nice recovery. Kept alive. Devin George. And Roney couldn't get it that time. So too many second chances. The athleticism that time of especially Josh Howard.
Well, Devin George should get credit on that one. He really did a couple of bounces to keep it alive for Josh.
Kobe setting up Luke Walton. Devin George on the close, but there's space this time, and Luke gets it.
You notice how when Luke shoots, he poses, and that's what you do. That ensures proper follow-through. A lot of players are shooting and on the move. You've got to follow through and really watch your shot go through.
And the way he snaps it now, too. Last year was a knuckleball, and Harris blocked away. Roney Turion again. His second in the last 60 seconds. The crowd loves it.
They love anything that Roney does, and generally it's something positive. You
can't fill their 2 spots, and that's 2 of the starting 5. It's going to be a group effort. Ryan Cook, Roney Turion, Andrew Bynum. That's exactly what it's been. Devin Harris, a little up fake. He got Kobe out of position. 5-point lead again for the Dallas Mavericks at 47-42. That's a half dozen for Devin Harris, former Wisconsin Badger. Well, they've turned out some decent guards. Think about Michael Finley. Now Kobe elevated right on line. 3-point ball game. Kobe's got 8. He was upset. None of the Lakers. Not one free throw so far for the Lakers. And the Lakers, when I say that, I only bring it up because they've outscored the Mavericks 28-18 points in the paint. So if you're getting into the paint, you're doing some hard work. Nowitzki. And it's like a layup when he's at the free throw line.
But you have to remember, he prefers to go to left. I mean, he doesn't have to square up as much when he's going left as a right-hander. And as a defender, you force him to do other things.
Bring it up with the guide, and Kobe doesn't need it off the dribble. And he doesn't get it, but it's out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Brian Cook.
That's a good call. Brian Cook touched it last. Good effort, though, by Brian trying to get to the glass.
Minute 37 to play in the half. So the Lakers not in bad shape at all, only down by 5, considering they don't have a point at the free throw line. The Mavericks 8 of 12 there. Lakers at 58%. Mavericks shooting 43%. That's where it's gone so far. 90 seconds left. Now can you get enough stops over the final 90? And especially against Nowitzki.
Not if you're going to give him open shots.
Yeah, and second chance opportunities. We talked about that. They're up right now 11-4. Gain second chance points. Josh Howard into the break. And got a great look. Going to his strong side, too close to the rim. They've got their biggest lead of the game. Mavericks up by 7. Early release by Roney. And they say Josh Howard stayed in bounds on the baseline. Good effort. Jason Terry right back to Kobe. The Lakers on the break. Roney finding Luke. And Luke with contact. What a reverse! Bouncing into Dampier. He'll go to the line looking for the 3-point play.
You talking about using your body. Luke, oh wow, this is a clinic here. Take a picture of this one. This is a how-to. Good job of getting the pass, getting into the paint, knowing the shot block is there. Look at that. Use the body. Concentrate on the target. Luke, I don't know if you've ever done that one before. Kind of shocked him into missing the free throw.
Yeah, he can't get the three-point play. That's the Lakers' first free throw of the night. The team in the final minute of the half. Lakers down by 5, 51-46 Dallas. Harris got it inside the damn pier, but Roney proved to be a little bit of a problem, and now Spurs can't hang on. Another turnover. They can play for the final shot, essentially. And that's what an alert veteran, Jason Terry, in his 8th year out of Arizona, is going to do. So can the Lakers get to the locker room only down by 5? Pick and roll game. They spot up Howard. Look out. And it stayed out. Yeah, it'll be a loose ball foul. Roney looked back. And the Mavericks out of fouls. So a couple of free throws coming up.
Well, we talked about the lack thereof. Now the Lakers are going to get 2 with 3 seconds to play in the half. It'll be Roney Turioff going to the line. So
4, he's been on the floor. He's got 8, a couple of boards, 3 assists. Work rate's phenomenal. We talked
him in, only 3 seconds left, so he just gets there a few seconds before his teammates.
And Roney comes through. Now, worry about the long ball. Over the top pass. Keep it short, it's Devin Harris. And what kind of look on the rim? Too strong.
North and south, try to make them go more east and west.
Let's see if the Laker guards, as you're talking about, can stay in front of the smaller guys like Devin Harris, the speed of the Dallas Mavericks. Nowitzki, though, going to his left, as you mentioned, because he likes taking it off the guy. And that's the way it begins. Because of a down screen, Luke Walton could pop out on Josh Howard.
Well, got to communicate on the weak side. If you get screens, you got to talk to your teammates and see if you can get some help in that department.
So right away, a 5-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks. Kobe had 8 on 4 of 10 shooting in the first 24 minutes of play as he was out there for 19 of the 24. Beautiful spin. Luke Walton all the way to the hole. Boy, he really faked him like he was lulling him to sleep.
He did a good job of keeping that elbow tight to the body, but still semi-hooking Josh Howard. Nice veteran move there.
Well, a 3-point lead. You want Dampier to shoot. Give him room. It'll be Terry. And Andrew did not close, but he got the rebound as he backed up. And I got a feeling those 3 fouls had something to do with that.
He does have to be careful. He realizes that if he picks up an early one, he's headed to the sideline again.
Kobe gave up the dribble, wanted to go initially. Quick release, Brian Cook, and Nowitzki closed, got in the way a little bit as it was short.
But you got to raise the Dirk up a little bit like he did and take him off the dribble.
Jason Terry, and again, Dampier gives him a second chance, beating the Lakers to the punch. Smush, trying to create an offensive foul. Instead, a clean look for 3 for Dirk Nowitzki. And Dallas is up by 6. Nowitzki's got 17.
And he doesn't need a clean look.
So he's coming off a season high, and there's you're talking about the up fake. And Brian Cook got to stay with the play. Lakers 3-on-1, an easy one for Josh Howard.
Well, the problem is once you turn it over, you can't have that 1 second delay. You can't stop and just be down on yourself. You got to immediately go from offense to defense and get back and help your teammates.
Brian Cook asking for it in that little post area. Handoff to Smush. So the Lakers short on the shot clock, and Smush all the way to the hole. Little runner. And Smush now with 9 points. He had 7 early. He had 9 with a couple of boards for Smush. He's averaging 11 a game coming in. So the Lakers down by a half dozen.
I talked about the first 5 minutes. They were down by 3 at the half, down by 6 right now, so they've got to pick it up quite a bit.
Isolation play. Forced him to the right side. Instead, nobody came over, and it's a layup for Dirk Nowitzki, who's up to 19. Now Kobe against the smaller but quicker Devin Harris, and he's held up. Won't get it to fall, but he's got a couple of free throws.
Boy, he really put Devin Harris away that time. A couple of head fakes, and he was getting into the paint. So we talked about getting to the free throw line. So 9:11 to go in the third, and the Lakers are shooting their first free throws of the second half.
That's the biggest lead of the game so far for the Dallas Mavericks. Kobe gets the first of 2. Now, Kobe the most feared late game shooter without a doubt in the NBA, and any general manager will tell you that. Well, is Dirk Nowitzki. We've seen Robert Horry come through in the clutch in big moments. Is Dirk Nowitzki eventually, Stu? That's what Dallas wants to know. Is he eventually going to become that kind of player?
Well, I think he will. I definitely think he will.
He did it in the conference finals. Not in the NBA finals so much, but the conference finals, and he did get it done in Game 7 against San Antonio. Tied it up when he was fouled by Manu Ginobili to force overtime. Now Nowitzki on the move. Awkward release. He kept it alive. It'll be picked up by Brian Cook. On the break, Luke gets behind him, and with the left hand. So the Lakers only down by 4. It was a difficult one. Off balance, wasn't it?
Not an easy shot, but Luke made it look easy.
8:35 and counting left in the third. Pick and roll game. Harris sends it over to Nowitzki. Got Cook out of position. Good rotation by Luke Walton, though. Harris walked with it, dragged the pivot foot. Kobe did a good job.
But see, one of the things that they're going to have to work with Devin Harris is just being under control. Because so many times, with so much speed that he has, he gets himself out of control. And there was a case right there where just too much speed, he drags the pivot foot.
He was the 5th player selected in the 2004 draft by Washington. Came to the Mavs draft day deal. Stackhouse in a deal for Antoine Jameson. Stackhouse arrived as well. 10 the shot clock for Kobe. Going in and losing the handle. It was taken away from behind. Jason Terry on the run. Nowitzki. He doesn't settle for the threes like we've seen before. Now he's going to go with the long one. It stays out, and Andrew Bynum cleans it up. Kept it away from Josh Howard. Lakers only down by 4. Dampier shading to that side. Kobe finding space. And across to Nowitzki as it was off the front of the rim. So Kobe 4 for 11. He's got 10 with 5 assists. He did that time, and a good job by Bynum, who didn't have position, but popped it away from Dampier. Kobe on the move, and again, but that time they're going to call the block. It'll be on Devin Harris, and for Harris, it is his 3rd.
Mark Cuban under the basket on the Mavericks end there didn't appreciate that call. He jumped up and had some histrionics for the officials.
An objective opinion.
I like Mark.
We all like Mark.
I like Mark.
He's brought a lot to the game, hasn't he? Boy, has he changed, too. Look at pictures of him from his first year in the league. Straight, looked like he was straight out of Indiana. And he was pretty close to it. Then, jumping the pass, Jerry Stackhouse. Brian Cook tried the bounce entry. Luke couldn't seal Stackhouse, who got around him. So the turnover for the Lakers is their 12th compared to 5 for Dallas. Still a 4-point ball game.
When you consider the turnovers, the offensive rebounds, the Lakers are fortunate to be down by 5.
They free up Stackhouse, though, and he burns him. They help Cook and freed up Stackhouse as Luke left Stackhouse in the corner. 7-point lead again for the Mavericks. It's 63-56. And what a job for Stackhouse off the bench. He's got a dozen. The pass, Bynum inside, and Andrew, a little bit strong, kept alive. Luke after it, and he lost the handle. Great effort, but he just couldn't get it.
That was a nice catch by Andrew Bynum on the lob pass. And, he's big. Sometimes they have to gather themselves a little too long, but he was able to get the shot up, just couldn't get it to fall.
High-scoring affair, especially with the Dallas Mavericks standards lately. Still 6:35 left in the third. Josh Howard tried to find space behind the wall of Dampier. And he does get it. And he got it away before Bynum could get there. He showed some patience, and now Dallas, with their biggest lead of the game, up by 9, a timeout for the Lakers.
You talked about high scoring for the Dallas Mavericks. One of the reasons why they don't score as much.
And even more decisive second chance points. 18-4 for the Dallas Mavericks. So the Mavericks have picked it up since the end of the first quarter. Smush on the run with contact. Floats it home and he'll go to the line. Looking for the three-point play. Dampier gets his 4th.
Not the play they called out of the timeout, but that's called reading the defense and really taking advantage of something they give you. They allowed him to turn the corner. He gets into the paint, gets to contact, throws it up, throws it in. 3-point opportunity. So you're not going to get a higher percentage shot anywhere in the paint generally. So good job by Smush. Let's see if he can complete the 3-point opportunity.
That also takes Dampier out of the equation for the final 6:14. Sagana Job is checked in very quickly as Smush can't get the 3-point play. So Luke missed one on the back end of a nice reverse where he glassed it home. Lakers is 4 of 6 at the free throw line. Mavericks 8 of 12. They have yet to take a free throw here in the second half. Nowitzki finding Stackhouse, who wanted to get inside. Bynum tried to change it, and Andrew did. He shortened it up on Jerry Stackhouse and gets the board.
Surprise, Stack didn't take one more dribble toward the basket, and he ends up probably on the free throw line.
Smart play, Luke trying to get it to Bynum.
That was a tough play.
Yeah, and I thought he was going to go for the reverse.
He was worried about getting it blocked, and he tried to pass it. And there's no way Andrew could handle that.
Quick release, Jason Terry, more points off turnovers. So now, in points off turnovers, it is 17-2 after the triple by Terry gives them their first double-digit lead. Dangerous time for the Lakers with a little more than 5 to play. Smush for 3. Can he answer? No. Finally tapped it out, but it went right to the Mavericks, who have numbers. On the run, Terry. And Smush will send him to the line to shoot 2. So it's headed in the wrong direction. Third foul on Smush is the first team foul on the Lakers, but a ton of time left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Lakers have to make a push here, though, in the next minute or so of this third quarter, because the lead is all of a sudden swollen to 10, going on 11 or 12. And you can't let a team as good as Dallas get up and think that you're going to always be able to come back on them.
Jason Terry missing the first of 2. He's got only 13 points combined over the last 2 games as Vladimir Radmanovic takes over for Brian Cook. Maybe some little pick-me-up there offensively for the Lakers. Terry over the previous 4 had averaged 21 a game on a high percentage from the field, but slowed down over the last 2. He gets 1 of 2. And the Mavericks outscoring the Lakers now 18-10 so far. Here in the third, lead by 11. Well, who's going to be the source? Radmanovic over the bench. Well, that's a good start right off the bench. Sasha in the first half, maybe Radmanovic in the second half.
I'd really like to see him get on a roll, not in one game, just get on a 3, 4, 5 game roll and really show what he's very capable of doing.
Lakers got to get some stops now. They've got a mismatch inside. Nowitzki posting up on the pick and roll. And Stackhouse wants to go right back. Nowitzki, 2 to the left. And as I said, anything, the way he shoots lately, anything inside of 15, 14 feet, it's like a layup for this guy.
Anything on that half of the court.
So Nowitzki with 21 points to lead all scores. Radmanovic dropping it, and Bynum found Kobe, who's grabbed on the run by Josh Howard on his way up. Should be a couple. Yeah, will they put it at the free throw line?
I don't think they should, but it looks like they are. I don't think he was, that's not a shooting foul.
Well, they got him early, and that's why they're discussing it now with Olandis Poole, Courtney Kirkland. Man, they're going to get him to Kobe. That's a break for the Lakers.
That is, in my estimation, that is a break. Really is a break, because he was cutting to the basket. The ball was thrown as a bounce pass, and before he could actually get a hold of it, he's fouled. So nowhere there, in my estimation, was he in the act of shooting. But sometimes you get a break. That's why you can't argue with the officials. Sometimes they give you some that you don't deserve, and sometimes you lose some.
We talk about it all balancing out.
I don't know about that.
Well, at the end of the season, maybe?
Yeah.
10-point game. Kobe gets the second. As Kobe is 4 of 4 at the stripe, he's got a dozen, just like Luke Walton. Lakers have 4 players in double figures, but Kobe and Walton are on top at 12 apiece.
Let's see if they can start to really turn the defense. Oh, I was going to say turn the defensive screws.
And Terry lost it, and it's deflected away. Luke kept it away from Sagana Job. That was a big play. Kobe coming down, up against Howard. Length of Josh Howard. You got to protect it, and he's got long arms for a guy his size.
And Jason Terry lost the handle because he looked up and he knew he was getting ready to run into Andrew Bynum, and he lost his concentration and lost the basketball as well.
Bring it into Kobe. Plenty of time on the shot clock for the Lakers. Inside of 4 left in the third. Bynum coming across. They'll reverse it back out. And Luke with space. Beautiful pass for Bynum, who goes to the line. He couldn't get it to go, but what a catch on a bullet from Luke.
Andrew has shown some real nice soft hands this year. So he makes the receptions on those as Luke gets into the paint. Job comes over to stop him. A bullet pass, but Andrew with the catcher's mitts was able to really handle it very easily.
First trip to the line, a successful one so far for Andrew Bynum. It's down to 8, 3:48 to play in the third. As I mentioned, even though we're down by 11, a lot of time left in the third. And back-to-back double-doubles as you look at his numbers. And coming off a career-best 6 blocks in his last game against the Denver Nuggets. It's only going to get better for Andrew Bynum.
Andrew has to 343 to keep away from that 4th foul because he's going to need 3 to use in the final 12.
Devin Harris, hesitation move, throws it right to Luke because Andrew came over and altered the situation. Now Luke, nobody stopped the ball. It's blocked by a foul. Smart play again by Luke Walton.
Well, he's always been very good at using his body, and you'll find that most guys that feel that they can't out-jump everybody, they know how to protect the basketball. Keep it away from the defender. They call the foul there on Jop, so Luke will be going to the line to shoot a pair with 3:29 to play. Jop just smiling, saying, I didn't really get him on that one.
As well as Luke has been from the outside, it has not been automatic for him this year at the free throw line. We'll talk about that when we come back.
To avoid that this season.
Well, we tried to make a change where we went out and got guys who could defend and spread the court, like Greg Buckner, like Devin George. You know, with us, with the Lakers, I think they looked at Devin to be a scorer. For us, we want him just to be a great defender, and he's an amazing defender, and he can spread the court and hit an open 3, so he's been great for us.
Obviously, you had a change of philosophy when you changed head coach from Donnie Nelson, of course, now to Avery Johnson. So was it just a matter of getting the personnel to fit what Avery's philosophy was?
Yeah, Avery has a very specific system where you have set plays, where you have, you know, a defensive attitude, and so you've got to get guys who can live up to that and play in the system and are smart enough to understand it. And you know, we think we put together that group, and Avery's just such a great coach anyways.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here, but I think I already know the answer. A lot of talk about the MVP, and Steve Nash has won it 2 years in a row, but the way you guys have been playing, and Dirk Nowitzki, is it time for Dirk Nowitzki to win the MVP?
Absolutely, positively. He should have won it last year.
All right, Mark, always good to see you, man.
Same here.
Joel, back to you.
All right, Michael, another stop for the Lakers as Farmar just took over. Smush picked up his 4th foul. Now they got to take care of the basketball. No turnovers, a clean finish. Kobe jumps it. Shot clock coming down on Farmar. Luke driving, smart play. He's got to go up, though, and the step back over Nowitzki, and a loose ball foul on Jop. He just cleared out as Ronnie was trying to get around him.
See, and that's what happens when you don't stand still as a rebounder and wait for the ball to bounce to you. You go after it. Ronnie's on the move, so all of a sudden, Job says, hey, man, he's outmaneuvered me here. Let me use my hands. And Fisher says, you can't do that. So free throws coming to Ronnie, and we talked about not shooting free throws in the first half. 2 free throws here, and the Lakers have caught him in the free throw attempt department.
Right, it was 8 of 12 at the break. Now 9 of 14 for Dallas. Lakers were 2 of 3 in the first half. Now 10 of 13 overall. So Ronnie gets the first. Well, it starts at the defensive end, and that's where the Lakers are getting it done right now. There were a few trips that didn't work their way, but they are getting the stops as Ronnie can't get both free throws.
And this is what you can't do too much of. Double team in the backcourt, and then it spreads it for the offensive team, and then you got mismatches.
And Nowitzki can't capitalize that time as it comes out strong to Farmar. Lakers don't have the numbers, though. Dallas got back once again in the transition. So the Lakers down by 5. Kobe right around Stackhouse with the left hand. It's cleaned up. Jop timed it well. Jop with the block. Harris the other way. And a lot of contact. Break for the Lakers. He only got a layup, and it isn't at the free throw line.
He did a good job of preventing Radmanovich from getting any kind of an angle to attempt to block that one.
So points off the block. It started that way. Defensively, Radmanovich working against Nowitzki. Tail up on the shot clock. Right by Jop. It'll be Luke for 3 off the left side of the rim, and across it goes. So the Lakers got it down. That's 71-66. We get back defensively in the transition off the miss. Still shooting 54% for the Lakers, but too many turnovers. And Harris or Ronnie changed it. Jop will give another try. Shot clock in reset. This time it is snatched by Luke. So enough stops if they can get it done defensively. Change of direction. Farmar beat Nowitzki. Didn't get it, though.
Well, yeah, he was going so fast at the time. He just couldn't control himself and the shot.
And then almost picked the pocket of Josh Howard. Now the Lakers gambling.
Yeah, but gambling, as I said, it really spreads the floor when you have to help him recover. Not a good idea.
Luke, can he save it? No. But only 6 on the shot clock, and a nice move by Luke because his man was in the corner against Jordan Farmar.
And if he tries to really save that ball, he's on the offensive end of the Dallas Mavericks. Gives them an advantage numbers-wise if he throws it on and they recover it.
Now Kobe sits down for the final 67 seconds of the third. Sasha back into the game. He's 3 of 3 in the first half. 7 points in only 6 minutes. It's an important possession when you get the stop. It's a deep shot clock. It's short now. Nowitzki knows it. Turnaround 3. Stays out. Almost went down. How good is that guy? It's unreal.
That was a remarkable attempt.
Roney asking for it inside. Went right to Farmar on the deflection. Break for the Lakers there. Farmar trying to attract attention. Does. Roney tees it. Turioff's got it. The Lakers back within 5. 44 seconds left, and that's 13 off the bench for Roney.
Yeah, he's been a real plus for the Lakers coming in with the foul trouble to Andrew Bynum.
So very manageable. That's all the Lakers wanted after they fell down by double figures. Stackhouse on the curl and off the glass. Smart play. Found the angle.
That's a tough matchup for Sasha because he's not going to be too cute, he being Stackhouse. He's just going to back him in, get him into a position where he can turn the corner in the paint and utilize his experience.
Yeah, 12 years out of North Carolina, and it showed there. Inside of 10 of the shot clock for the Lakers. Roney again working right past John. Doesn't get the roll. Nowitzki. Now they've got numbers. Got to get back in the transition. Farmar and Harris all the way to the hole. Once they gamble, as they'll try to get to Roney, can he get it up in time?
No. On the floor, he puts on a pretty active group here.
Bo Evans out there with Kobe. Kobe over the spot. Devin Harris, and he makes him pay right away. 7-point ball game. Kobe's got 14 to lead the Lakers.
And everybody in the building, including all of the Mavericks, know what Kobe can do in a 12-minute stretch.
Mavericks have Howard out there with Terry, a couple of their starters. Also Devin Harris. Devin George, the former Laker on the floor. He was effective in the first half. Gets the hole with the finger roll. It'll count. And he goes to the line looking for the three-point play.
Well, he got Radmanovich out of position. He was behind the three-point line. Ball fake, shot fake. Got Radmanovich to come up out of his stance, and it was all over from there. And then the foul and the push. Just throw it up, get the bounce, three-point opportunity. So they start the fourth quarter with a three-point play.
Kobe got the foul his second. Man, Devin does not get the free throw. 79-70 Dallas. The team in the middle of the pack offensively, while the Lakers among the top 5 in both scoring and field goal percentage. But slowed down tonight, even though they're still shooting at a high percentage. Range, yes! Back to 7. Almost a minute gone by at 79-72.
Well, he can explode off the floor so well. I'd like to see him make a harder dribble on his last dribble so that he could really carry it up. That dribble's still a little soft, but he just makes up for the difference with his athletic ability.
Now can the Lakers cut into the deficit with Nowitzki over on the bench. This is going to be an important sequence for the Lakers. Josh Howard, too close. Tried the bank, and it's deflected away. Picked up by Kobe.
Good challenge by Maurice Evans, though. You have to challenge shots. So not necessarily block them, but challenge them.
Kobe gets it again. Lakers back within 5. He's got 16.
Well, the crowd trying to get into it. Lakers trying to get back to level themselves.
Yeah, this crowd, Stu, has been waiting for an explosion for a while. Lakers had a great start, but the second and third quarters quiet because of the Mavericks' impressive performance. Josh Howard wide open. That'll quiet things down around here.
And that's the beauty of playing on the road. I think all players like to play on the road because you just like to silence the crowd.
Kobe. Again. He keeps him close, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Can't relax against him. 82-76, Lakers back within 6.
If any team knows it, it's this one, the Dallas Mavericks.
62 through 3 as Roney on the pick and roll helped out. Now Howard, tough matchup for Radmanovich, and it's going to be a foul on Radmanovich long before the shot. It'll be the second team foul on the Lakers and the second on Vladdy.
Well, Avery Johnson realizes the effect of Kobe, so he's bringing in a defensive player here, taking out Devin Harris, trying to see if he can put out the fire somewhat before it really gets ablazing.
Right, and Buckner came into the league as a second-round pick of the Mavs in '98. 53rd overall. That's almost dead last on those 2 rounds, but making a name for himself defensively. Sasha tried to trap Jason Terry. Double out high, deep into the clock. Devin George looked back. And on the long rebound, it comes off the heel across to Kobe. So the Lakers only down by 6. Kobe on a roll. The three. Boy, everything. Almost. It stays out.
Wow.
That would have brought the house down.
You talk about getting tapped. How did that come back out?
Kobe now, 7 of 16. He's got 18. Jason Terry. It almost looked like he wanted to pass even when he was going up. Sasha, got to be careful. Now, Mo Evans thinking about the three. Up against the athletic Josh Howard, blows by him, draws the contact, but nothing. He's blocked away, and it's going to be blocking foul the other way on Sasha. And that prevented
not a
numbers.
bad foul.
No, prevented. They had a big advantage numbers-wise.
Not a bad foul. Courts spread. They're in semi-transition. You take the foul and make them play 5-on-5. And they've been doing that pretty well this season as well. We've got a timeout. 8:52. That's as deep as you can possibly get it.
It is a rarity, though, when the Lakers have only taken 7 3-pointers. And that's the case so far. The Lakers 2 of 7 from beyond the arc. It's 7 of 17 for the Dallas Mavericks. Sasha all over the place. Few floor burns for Sasha. As I mentioned, trying to stay with Terry. Roney helping out. He's got to recover to Job. Josh Howard on the ball away. Whoa. Goes to the line to shoot 2. And Mo Evans says, well, what about the last time when he got me?
The Lakers played real good defense there until the shot. I mean, you challenge shots, but you can't hit people on the elbow. Yep. And he touches him on the right elbow. And all you have to do is touch the shooting arm, and it can throw the shot well off the mark. So 2 free throws coming to Josh Howard.
And there's no question, he definitely got him. But Mo is referring back to Danny Crawford to the previous trip when he went inside, as Howard is perfect on the first of 2. 8:32 to play.
Well, they're 2 bigs. Howard and Nowitzki so far have combined for 40. 21 for Dirk. This will be 20 if successful for Howard, and it is. So 41 points up front.
And Luke Walton's got 13, but it's rare when Brian Cook has not hit yet. And Brian Cook has not scored in this game in 20 minutes of play. He started for the Lakers. So the Lakers sending out Kobe with space on the baseline. And it stays down this time. Back to 6, 84-78 with a little more than 8 to play. Kobe's got 20. He's trying to will him back into this baby.
Well, they're going to have to really do a lot of willing then because Dirk is returning. So they're trying to close it out here with 8 minutes to play.
Terry. First step on Sasha real quick. Luke fighting Curry up against Devin George. And blocked by Devin George. Right to the bottom of the basket.
Yeah, Roney really didn't have his balance on that shot attempt. Never did it plant and elevate. Easy block for Devin George.
So an 8-point ball game, and the Mavericks have the basketball. Terry again. It's an air ball. Lakers get it back with 7.5 to play. Is now the big guys back. Dirk Nowitzki, 21 points, 11 boards. Well, and he's well rested.
Comes in for Buckner. So who does that put on Kobe now since they wanted Buckner to guard Kobe? Let's see who they so far. Zone defense. I see it. That means everybody. Lakers move the ball. They should get some good looks.
Sasha gets it. He hasn't missed yet. He is 4 of 4 off the bench with 10 points. New game.
How many times have we talked about the way Sasha shoots in practice? This is the way he does it. In the last month or so, he's really started to translate that into game situations.
Man, the staff putting him out there. Nowitzki cleared out on Kobe, trying to receive a pass before it got there. He wanted to create space for Nowitzki. Is it his first? Yes, his first of the game.
Kobe's trying to deny, and they don't let you come up under the arms anymore. And Dirk uses his right arm, comes over under Kobe's right arm, and they call the foul.
Now to the Lakers. A rare occasion tonight. Get points off a turnover. Sasha driving right past Job, losing the handle. Saves it, and he shoved. Creates the contact, gets the shove, and that's a foul on Nowitzki again, I believe. Yes.
Well, they close out on the three-point shooter, and Sasha does a good job of putting it on the floor, getting into the paint. For a moment there, it looked like he had lost control, but regained it, and then got the foul as Dirk there and ends up pushing Sasha out of the bounds. He's the character, isn't he?
He is a classic. We love it. Inside of 10 on the shot clock. Sasha. He had the hot hand. He shared it. Now, got to make a decision. Another. Going to be short. Can Luke get to it? Saves it. It's off top. Great reaction by Walton. And he takes a seat on the Mavs bench. I don't think they want him there, though.
Yeah, every team wants him there. Good hustle by Luke. Long shot, ball bounces to the corner. Foot speed, advantage Walton as he throws it off of Jock. We've got a timeout. What a turn of events here. A little bit of excitement going on. The crowd's getting in.
I never want to see him on the visitors bench here. Get off that bench. 6:35 left. Kobe out of the timeout against Devin George. Everything he wanted. It was a great position for Kobe. And a 5-point ball game, 86-81. So Kobe's got 20, stuck on it after that. Andrew Bynum flashy, not recovering to Dampier. You know who they want.
They want Dirk, and he's being guarded by Kobe.
Going inside against Kobe. And the contact. You got Kobe up and into the air.
That's 2 shots. Kobe's saying on the floor, but that's a 2-shot foul. So Dirk will go to the line and shoot a pair. This is where Kobe has to just stay down, let Andrew come from the weak side and get the block.
Yeah, clean it up. And Andrew was there waiting. So Nowitzki shoots 2, where he has not missed tonight. He is perfect at the free throw line. And one of the best in the NBA. 7 of 7 now at the stripe. In 33 minutes, he's got 22 points. The number that stands out, though, we talked about it. When Josh Howard is on, the Dallas Mavericks are a different team. And in fact, when he scores 20 or more in his young career, they're 31-1.
Yeah, he's been the guy that has really helped this team become the team that they are.
Great experience for them last year, despite the loss in the meltdown in the NBA Finals. Entries for Bo Evans, but he had Dampier on his back. Now Luke all the way to the hole. And an easy one because he knew he had Nowitzki beat.
And he jumped back to make sure Dirk couldn't utilize his height to get to the shot. That's just a heads-up play by Luke.
Back to 5. Luke's got 15. 88-83 Dallas. Kobe again, a difficult assignment against the 7-footer. Nowitzki burning him again with the length and a 7-footer that falls away on you.
That's an undefensible shot there. I mean, he's fallen away and he's 7 foot to begin with.
Kobe thinking about the triple. Reverses it. Luke for 3 instead. Yes! Kobe on the assist. Lakers back within 4.
That's a travel.
And did they call it? Yes! It goes back to the Lakers just like that.
Jason Terry tried to split 2 defenders, but he jumped to do it and then dropped the ball. You have to start your dribble from the floor. Fisher right on the spot says, you know, Jason, you can't do that.
And he didn't argue.
Well, he knows.
He knew it exactly. He saw his head down. Danny Crawford with the call. Big trip for the Lakers. 4-point ball game, 5+ left. Walton asking for the pick from Bynum. And right now it's the Luke with a mismatch. Because he can break down Nowitzki off the dribble. Sasha setting up Luke. Going past Dampier. The mid-range game. He'll shoot 2. Either Dampier or Nowitzki. Luke should drive every time, and he did.
I mean, bigs just don't like to do this. They don't like to venture out where the air is that thin. Hard for them to get oxygen to the brain out there, and they don't really think about what they need to do. So that's 5 fouls on Eric Dampier, as Luke will go to the charity stripe and see if he can knock down 2 free throws.
He gets the first. 3-point game, closest the Lakers have been since it was halftime, when they trailed 51-48 at the break.
And Eric Dampier goes out, and it's almost like he was welcoming going to the bench there. You know, you just don't like to see a player that wants to go and sit on the bench.
Luke comes through with the pressure on. Game on. New one for the Lakers. They're back within 2, 90-88. Sasha all over Devin Harris, who's back in.
Yeah, but that opens up the gate for him to dribble penetration. That's what he wants to do to begin with. There he goes.
He finds a wide open Josh Howard. He can't get it done. Andrew with authority. Now the Lakers look to tie or take the lead. It'd be the first lead for the Lakers in the second half. Kobe's got the young one and the small one on him, Devin Harris. Here comes the double. Moving around, Luke for the lead. Across it goes, and Nowitzki will track it down.
Oh, the crowd was into that shot.
Nowitzki gave up the dribble waiting for Harris. So the Lakers getting the stops. Now can they capitalize at the offensive end?
But I'm kind of surprised they're not running something that puts Dirk on the box with the size advantage that he has.
Devin George, 2 wide open. Man, It'll be Mo with the rebound and the foul. It's only the third team foul. No free throws yet. They still have another to give. The Lakers are out of fouls.
Sasha does a pretty good job of running at Devin George, and I mean running with speed and running by him. And sometimes players will be worried about, oh, is he going to hit me on the legs or anything? And it breaks their concentration when they're in the act of shooting. So the Lakers get the rebound, or at least a foul on the rebound attempt. So they have a chance to, again, with 4:03 to play, to tie it up or take a lead.
So Devin George gone. Here's Jason Terry taking over. Inside of 4 to play. Kobe, that follow he loves. It's short, through there, and it's knocked away. Bynum and the opposite side, Mo Evans. Couldn't gather it in, though.
Good attempt. I thought Andrew was going to be able to get that one, but couldn't hold on.
Tough mismatch. The size, Nowitzki. Over Luke. What do you do? 7-footer against a guy that's 6'7", 6'8". 27 for Nowitzki.
7-footer against a 7-footer out there. I mean, Dirk has a distinct advantage out there.
Dampier shading over. Kobe setting up Luke. Shares it. Sasha, is he still perfect? Yes! Gets the triple. 1-point game. Sasha, and in fact, he had one miss. He's 5 of 6 now for 13.
Well, Sasha's really energized this team coming in off the bench, and that's what you like. It doesn't matter who it is coming in. You need people coming off the bench that bring you some energy.
1-point ball game. Harris, center step, and can't get the layup. Bynum had it tapped away. It goes over to John, and it'll be Howard. He can't get it with contact. A third try at the offensive end. Wow. So they got not one, but 2 stops, and when we play Dallas, another chance at the offensive end. And that's kind of been the storyline tonight. Second chance points for them as they're 18-5 in that category over the Lakers.
Now Roney comes in replacing Andrew when there was no real center for the Mavericks. So Field trying to match up foot speed here.
Roney's going to get Nowitzki at the defensive end of the floor. Sasha stays with Terry. Nowitzki up against Luke. It stays long. Devin tapped it, and he goes to get it. A 4th try on this trip. So the offensive boards if the Lakers don't come back. That's the difference in the game.
This is going to be a costly 4th attempt for the Lakers. You just can't give a team as good as Dallas this many opportunities.
Shading on that side. Luke forced to the other way. Terry, though, on a roll, sets up a wide open Devin Harris. And they've got a 3-point lead on their 4th try on that trip. 94-91.
NBA, you give a team 4 attempts, they're going to score.
Smush back into the game for the Lakers. The Lakers go to a smaller lineup. Mo Evans sat down. Roney checked in for Andrew Bynum. Kobe with Howard on his back. A clear out on that side. Kobe rolls by and he's held up. And it's going to be a couple of free throws. So you stop the clock with 1:50 to play. And by the way, the timeout situation, 2 full for each and a 20 remaining for each.
Kobe going to the free throw line. No isolation play here. Josh Howard reaches in, gets a lot of ball, but he also got some of the wrist of Kobe. So Kobe will go for his 5th and 6th attempts of the ball game.
Best free throw shooter so far this season for the Lakers. Real short.
Yeah, that one didn't have a chance when he left his hand. You could see it was going to be short.
So 39 minutes off the floor. Usually it's not a fatigue factor for him.
He just didn't use his legs on that one.
Gets the second. 2-point lead for the Mavericks with the basketball. The Lakers are 13 of 18 at the stripe. The Mavericks 13 of 19. How close could it be? Jason Terry got it across, beat it by a couple of seconds. Devin George has been an energizer for them off the bench tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's kept a lot of balls alive on the offensive end, and he's knocked down some shots.
Terry searching for Nowitzki. Now the shot clock all the way down. And boy, bailout. That was a break. Roney sends Terry to the line, and there was only 4, I believe, on the shot clock remaining.
But there's a situation where I've talked about it many times where it puts bigs in a position where if they step out on that high screen too soon, the guard splits the 2 and gets into the paint. If he steps out too late, turns the corner. So he stepped out semi-late, gets contact, sends Terry to the line to shoot a pair.
So the Seattle native, 80% free throw shooter last season, gets the first of 2 He is now 2 of 3 at the stripe, 11 points, but 7 big assists for Jason Terry. Way above what he did last year. He's more of a scorer for them. Only 4 assists a game. Make a 4-point lead does exactly that. So now the Lakers cannot afford any more misses at the offensive end, trailing by 4. Whether it's free throws, Kobe all the way to the hole. He's fouled. Got a shove on his way up.
What a bad move defensively, though. Once he turned the corner and had beaten the defender, if you weren't going to challenge the shot, you might as well concede this basket as he gets around Josh Howard. And I don't know who, there's Dirk with the push.
He got the foul, too.
Give Kobe a 3-point opportunity to make this a 1-point game with a minute and 21 to play.
Comes through. 96 to 95. The Lakers putting some pressure on the ball. Finally, they tell Josh Howard to get it across. Smush coming on the hard double, almost taken away.
Yeah, you see how it's spread now?
Nowitzki doesn't get it done. It's long and Kobe's got it. Can the Lakers take the lead with 63 seconds remaining? Kobe reading his way. Jumps into the corner. Luke finding space with Kobe inside. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 and try to give the Lakers the lead. Great passing on the entry by Luke. Tough, tight quarters.
Tough break for Kobe there. It's the 2-man game with Luke and Kobe. First it's Kobe giving it to Luke, and then dribble penetration, gives it right back. Kobe goes up, gets hit early, says, oh, I should have made that one. But he knows he has 2 free throws coming as the Lakers now with 55.9 to play have a chance to take or at least tie up this game.
Only 1 miss at the stripe. We just saw that in the last 60 seconds. It's quiet for her. It's all even. So the closest the Lakers have been since the second quarter.
Well, Jock coming in for Dirk, and you say, what? Well, this is only if there's a missed shot here. They want to make sure they get the rebound because they're going to take a timeout and get Dirk right back in the game.
Yeah, situational substitution. Kobe gives the Lakers the lead by 1. Timeout Dallas. So we will see Dirk line with Kobe at the line, actually. Whether Dirk was going to be the big game guy at the end of real tough battles. Now, who is it going to be for the Dallas Mavericks? Only a 1-point game. Dirk up against Roney. And it's out of the shot clock. Roney in his grill, and on the run, he gets to the hole for a layup.
That's bad defense.
Nobody got over.
Team.
Nobody rotated.
Yeah, make him pitch the ball out.
Kobe, hard double early. Luke up against Devin George. Devin gambled. Luke finds Sasha for the lead. I don't believe it.
Why not?
Sasha puts the Lakers up by 2.
That's the guy you want shooting the ball when the game is in. What are you talking about?
He's got 16 on 6 of 7. They don't call a timeout to set it up. Terry, somebody's got to get over. The block. Smush got over. Sasha's got it.
They have to foul.
They don't.
What are they doing?
Kobe on the break with Luke. And there's the foul with 10.6 to play.
Oh, what a block on Jason Terry.
Smush clean.
I mean, there were like 3 guys that collapsed on him. Smush comes out with the ball. I mean, the ball never leaves Jason Terry's hands. The last time they had players go, they looked at Smush come out of nowhere. Make the block, control it, tip it over to a teammate. Wow, all ball. Hand is part of the ball. And Smush gets the benefit of the doubt. Luke can put this one in the OVER category with 2 free throws.
Hold your breath first.
Let's go!
Well,
now you're desperate for this.
That breathes life into the Dallas Mavericks. Now it's a 1-possession game. A 3 can hurt him. If Luke doesn't get this one, a 3 can kill the Lakers.
He wasn't going to make it. It wasn't going to be short. Put it that way. The front of the
Dallas, you force it to somebody else.
Well, let's see
what they do about protecting the 3-point lead.
10.6 to play. Sasha guarding the inbounds, but he's not going to defend the ball. He's looking for the man. It's going to be Devin Harris. Devin Harris.
See, they're looking for the 3. Just what are they doing?
George, of all people, a brick. It's tapped. It's grabbed. Kobe's got it. That'll do it.
Time.
The Lakers win. Beat the Dallas Mavericks.
Sasha, I love you.